This week on GetaCar, Ian is assaulted by Microsoft. Lynn gets possessed by the soul of Michael Jackson. And the Master 3 goes on a girls' night out.
So, welcome back to GetaCar. This is episode 4, and tonight we see Lynn get down, dirty and topless with the Peugeot 207cc.
Okay.
I sampled the Lamborghini Gallardo LP560, beautiful car.
And I'm gonna hit Chaos City tonight in the new Mazda 3. So, but first off, let's talk about cabriolets. Adrian?
Great, thanks for passing to me. Well, cabriolets, I believe, are better suited to, very balmy, sea breeze type of weather. It works well in Australia, by the beaches of California, perhaps cruising down on Manhattan Island, but I think in Malaysia it's a bit too hot over here.
Too wet.
Too dusty.
Too hazy. But on that particular day when I brought the car out, it was just perfect. Now that the haze is starting to clear up, our producers thought that it was about time that I went topless. In the new Peugeot 207 Coupe Cabriolet, that is. When it comes to folding metal roofs, you don't automatically think of a Peugeot. Why? Because the craze that started all this top-heavy nonsense came from the SLK, which, unless you've opted for the horrid 200 version, would have cost you an arm and a leg. So it was little surprise that the Peugeot 206cc, launched 8 years ago, was an instant hit. It may not have cost you an arm and a leg, but those scars was the space in the back. You might have to end up amputating them anyway. Thankfully, the new one, even though it's still rather tight in the rears, is a huge improvement over the old car. Sure, you will still have some troubles shoving 2 grown men in the back seats, but for short trips to the mall, I'm pretty sure they manage. Right, boys? Essentially, the 207 looks the business. It's more purposeful and even drives like any other good sports coupe should. The huge gaping front end and the suitably large 17-inch wheels give it a sporty outlook, which the previous model failed miserably at. But the best part about the 207 is its new multi-piece roof, the 25-second roof, which is expected to be more robust than the one on the 206, which broke down every time you flip the visors open or when it rained. Whew. When Peugeot came out of the 206 in 2001, it set the precedent for affordable coupe cabriolets. Yeah, so it drove like an asthmatic, but despite its performance deficits, it was a joyful city car and something that appealed to a large group of women. Don't expect the Peugeot to be anything more than style over substance. With a paltry 120 brake horsepower and 160 Nm of torque, it's not mind-blowingly loud, nor astoundingly quick around your favorite back roads. It's just a fine city cruiser with comfy seats, a thoughtful set of electric everything, and, with the roof down, endless amount of headroom. And out here in sunny Port Dickson, that's all that matters. The ride is quite good for a car that has its roof chopped off. Keep it on a set of pristine roads, you'll be hard-pressed to notice any form of scuttle shape. The body structure is definitely way more rigid than the previous car and, if I'm honest, way better built than the substantially pricey Volkswagen EOS, which literally drives like a box cart with the roof stowed. Despite the obvious shortfall in the pants-on fire department, the engine does have some pedigree to it. If you're at all familiar with cars, this 1.6-litre engine is the exact same engine with the Mini Cooper. But unlike the Mini, which comes with 6 gears, the Peugeot comes with just 4. And based on this test car, it just doesn't do the engine justice. The new car has pretty much improved on what was essentially a winning formula. Unfortunately, the acceleration is still rather poor, but once it gets its groove on, it holds its own pretty well. You know what? I'm just begging to find out how the 207 would perform with the 308 GT's engine and running gears. I'm guessing it would be an absolute blast. Chances are, it will cause an absolute bomb too, which is not a good thing. As far as I'm concerned, at a snip of under 160,000 ringgit, the Peugeot 207cc has every right to succeed in our country. It's a literal steal. So what if it doesn't do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 0.02 seconds? Or the rear seats are only suitable for kittens? Because when the sun is shining and the wind is blowing in their hair, space and speed are irrelevant. And all that matters is you and the road. And that to me is an absolute pinnacle of motoring nirvana.